How's everyone today?
Good.
All right, you know what? This is one of the best things I love to do this, to come out and speak to people, because this is one of the most important things to see. Seeing all these faces, all these people interested in what's going on in their country, in their state, in their local government. This is one of the most important things we could possibly do, is get together and get active. And I'm glad to hear, I'm glad to see us all here. There's a lot of things we can talk about with the SAFE Act. Can everybody hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
All right. There's a lot of things we can talk about on the SAFE Act and how horrible this is. This is one of the worst laws that we've seen passed, and I don't know how long. Infringing on the Second Amendment and destroying our rights. We can't say how strong this was done against our world and against us. But I want to take a moment, because I know we're going to be talking about all of the aspects of that law and how to get rid of it. I just want to start off with a reason why I'm here tonight. About 4 years ago, I live in the city of Endicott. I'm a homeowner, like most of you. 4 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday night, he was actually a drug man, broke into my house. I had two friends over. One of them was a 6-month-old pregnant woman. Guy broke into the house for no reason. Just kicked down the door. I screamed down to him as I called the cops. I told this guy, get out of the house. The cops are on the way. Just leave. Took my friend, pregnant woman, got into one secure room, closed the door. That guy decided to come on upstairs. Decided to try and break down the door. God knows what he was going to do. Don't try to kill us. Because he was high on drugs. I'm standing on the other side of that door. What happens when that door breaks down?
Yeah.
What happens when that door breaks down? Some of you may know me. I've been a political commentator for the last 7 years. I've been following politics across the entire nation on a national and local level. I've been speaking about how our nation has been, our leaders, quote unquote, have been whittling away at our rights. The Second Amendment, most important, since 2008, I've been writing about that. On December 2012, on YouTube, you can find the video, I held up a shotgun and explained to the people who don't seem to get it. That shotgun is not a deadly weapon. The guy who was in my house at 4 a.m. in the morning, that was a deadly weapon. And that shotgun was my protection from him and what he was trying to do to me and those in my household. And I said in that video, well, they're going to take this away from us. 45 days later, they did. It's now considered an assault weapon. That's insane. They have tried to take away the very protection from me and those in my household. That's what we're facing. That's what the New York SAFE Act really is. That's the government stepping in and trying to take away not only your right, but the ability for you to take care of those you love and yourself. That's insane. We can't allow that. We must step forward together in one voice and make sure that this does not stand and that it never happens again. Now I'm running for the 22nd District of New York. Gary's here and Claudia, Assemblywoman Tay will be here in a little bit. Mike Kaczynski's in the back. We're all here for the same purpose, to speak to you about the 22nd District, about protecting the Second Amendment, and making sure that we have people in Congress right now who will stand up on the floor of Congress and have the same story, and have the same conversation, and explain to every other member of Congress that we can never allow our Second Amendment rights to fade away. Because what protects every single right that we have, the entire Constitution, all the amendments, is the Second Amendment. And our right to bear arms, to protect ourselves from a government that encroaches on us. And it is. There is no question. It is. From laws that they are telling us that we have no choice in enacting, otherwise known as Obamacare, from the 23 executive orders and the promise of further executive orders that are not allowed by the Constitution itself. We have to stand together. And I ask you today, one of the most powerful things that you can do today, besides being here, besides telling one other person what's going on with this law and how they how their rights are being infringed upon, pick someone. I'm not asking you to pick. Pick someone you believe in, someone who you believe reflects your views and what you believe needs to be done in Congress. Sign their petition. Make sure that their voice is going to be heard as we go through the rest of this season, that we get out there, that we're able to speak, that we're on the ballot, and make sure that that person has a chance to get the votes of everyone else. Because that's the only way we're going to change Congress. To get out there, to speak, and then to get the votes and get people who really are connected into Congress. Because we're not getting it today. There's a lot of things we can say. How many people here, by the way, own a rifle, a shotgun, a handgun?
How many people don't?
No. No, I asked that question for a reason. Does everybody here?
That doesn't own a gun.
Or more. Here's something important about that. We all have a vested interest. We understand exactly what. When I go around and I talk to people across this entire district, not everyone gets it. There are a lot of people who are not gun owners. And they ask me, Mike, but what do you mean they're taking away our Second Amendment rights? What do you mean they're taking away my right to defend myself? Why are you afraid of the gun? They don't see the implications of what they're talking about. They don't understand because they're not directly connected to it. I'm sure we all know at least one person who doesn't own a firearm. Talk to them. Show them the videos. Show them the law. Let them understand what's going on. The fact that when someone says, wait a minute, I'm going to limit you to 7 rounds because someone's going to have a miraculous moment and stop someone from actually these massacres from going on. We know that. We know better than that. Reloading, there's no time for that miracle moment. Not in the difference of 7 bullets versus 10 bullets versus 20. That's not real. But it makes good media. It sounds great on TV until someone who actually knows what they're talking about tells someone that's not true. They're just making it up. You know? And that's our biggest enemy. It's listening to the 30-second sound bites, fighting against what we actually know. And the best thing to combat that, you actually just talking to someone you know. Someone who will listen to more than 30 seconds. Because that's all we pay attention to on TV. That's all that matters. But what really matters are all of you. The commitment you're showing. The dedication you have. And you're not the only ones. Please do not feel alone. There are hundreds of other gun owners out there, firearm owners, throughout the entire state, for every one of you that are here. And they're coming out to the rallies too, down in Horseheads. Easy, 400 or 500.
Thousands for everyone this year.
Easy. We're not alone. A lot of the media wants to make you believe you're just the only person. It's just you. You're just wrong. No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't ever believe that. Don't ever believe when someone tells you that you shouldn't stand up for your rights, that you shouldn't speak out, that you shouldn't have your voice heard. Because that's how they take away everything that you have, every right that we are given every day in this nation. So let me just wrap up. I know I've gone a little bit everywhere, but this isn't about political speech. This is about talk. This is about just getting everyone motivated, getting us rallied, revved up, and making sure that we're going to take action. I leave you with one thought. My father served in the Marines in Vietnam.
Hoorah.
Okay. He came out of there with PTSD and Agent Orange. I served in the Marine Reserves. I can tell you and I can tell you that everyone I have ever known who's ever served at any time will tell you they will bleed for this nation, they will live and die for this nation. because our freedoms are worth it. There are some people in this nation who forget that, and they allow laws like the New York Safe Act to exist. Let's remind them, the sacrifices, the things that make this nation great, haven't been forgotten. Let's repeal this law. Let's work together. Let's make sure we never get another one like it. Thank you. Michael Vasquez.